Hello, this is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and this is your weekly oracle card reading. And I haven't used oracle cards in what feels like forever, so I thought I would use one for this reading just to mix things up. So I'm using the Magical Messages from the Fairies deck. And before I get into the reading, I want to let you know that I am having a clearance sale on all the tarot e-courses in my shop on my website. So I'm getting rid of all my old tarot e-courses. I'm going to put some new ones up over the next year or so. So I wanted to clear out the old to make room for the new. So all my e-courses are on sale for 15 bucks each. They're regularly $33. So if you're interested, because they will be going away for good after February 8th, I will put a link to my e-shop in the information box below this video if you're interested. Okay, so the first card represents Monday and Tuesday of the upcoming week. Interesting. Okay, so this card says, walk away. Leave the unhealthy situation and enjoy the new doors that open as a result. So this is about letting go of something. So we're starting off our week letting go of something or walking away from something. So this could be saying no to a certain opportunity or offer. It could be about, it could even be something major like quitting a job, moving away, letting go of a relationship, letting go of a friendship. I feel like it's more of a smaller thing though. I don't feel like it's necessarily something massive. I feel like this is just about knowing when to say no to something. I think that especially when we have a lot of opportunities, it's sometimes hard not to say yes to everything because we don't want to close those doors. I feel like this is also about the importance of starting your week off by being focused. I think there are so many things distracting us. I just think of myself every time I go online to do something, I get distracted. The internet is such a distracting thing. I find it impossible to log onto my computer and just do one task. I always get distracted by something else. And that is really an exercise in saying no. You know, choosing what you're going to say yes to, what you're going to put your attention and your energy and your time into, and what you're going to say no to, and not getting distracted by every little bright, shiny object. So beginning of the week, I feel like this is the importance of saying no and figuring out what we don't want to put our energy into, and then moving onto the middle of the week, so Wednesday and Thursday. This card says, your wish is granted. What you've asked for is coming true. I feel like if I was to choose a tarot card that would be similar to this card, I would actually choose the Eight of Pentacles. And I'll tell you why. So I feel like this card is saying that all the effort and energy that you've put into something is going to bear fruit. It hasn't happened yet, but it's about to happen. So this is that awkward in-between stage, that gap between when we put out the effort and when we actually see the reward. And there's that kind of gap there. So I feel like this card is actually about being patient. I think that whatever it is that you're working towards, whatever it is you're trying to manifest in your life, it's happening for you, it's unfolding, but it hasn't happened yet. So I think middle of the week is a good time to remind yourself to be patient and remind yourself that your efforts aren't for nothing. And then as we get to the end of the week, the weekend, this is a weird card. It says vegetarian. A new way of eating gives you more energy, greater health, clarity, and stronger manifestation abilities. This is a very specific card. Okay, so when we get to the weekend, I feel like this is about, I don't think this is necessarily about becoming a vegetarian this weekend. If you already are a vegetarian, that's great, but I don't think this is saying, you know, you have to be a vegetarian by Friday. I feel like this card is about, I think it's speaking to you about the importance of changing up your diet and adopting a healthier eating style, whatever that looks like for you, whether that's a vegetarian, whether it's vegan, whether it's, I don't know, paleo or some other diet, or just eating more whole foods, just having, you know, more good natural food. Like the card says, a new way of eating gives you more energy, greater health, clarity, blah, blah, blah. What we put in our bodies makes a huge difference to how we feel. And sometimes we forget that, especially, you know, especially if we're just used to the way that we eat. We kind of sometimes don't make that connection, even though it's an obvious connection. Sometimes we don't make it. And this is about really gaining awareness on how what we put in our bodies, how that affects how we feel. And so your energy levels, your ability to think clearly and see things clearly, and even your ability to tap into your intuition, all of these things are influenced by the things that you eat. And everyone is a little bit different in terms of what kinds of foods affect them the most. So some people are actually fine with eating things like meat or dairy, and other people are not at all. So I think this is about really exploring this weekend, exploring different foods, different ways of eating, and seeing if you can find a new, I don't want to say a new way of eating, but find a couple of key changes that you want to make to your diet. If you feel like your diet needs revamping, see if you can make a couple changes this weekend and just start with baby steps. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom out and look at all of these cards together and see if there's anything I'm noticing, any repeating themes. I almost feel like in order to get what it is that you want, you have to let go of certain things. There has to be a sacrifice of some sort. It's hard to create the life that you want if you never say no to certain things. And just seeing if there's anything else that jumps out at me. Nothing else is standing out, so I'm going to turn the reading over to you and ask you if there's anything that jumps out at you. You know, what do you see when you look at these cards? Which card were you the most drawn to? Like, which one were you like, oh yeah, that totally makes sense, that I really like that card, or whatever. Which one were you drawn to? I have to admit I was drawn to this walk away card, and that the idea of saying no to things is just really appealing to me right now. I feel like I'm going through like the terrible twos in my mid-30s where I just want to say no to everything. So yeah, let me know what you think. Which card were you most drawn to and why? And let me know in the comment section below. Okay, so I just want to say thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful week. And you can check out my website, dailytarotgirl.com. I've got tons of fun tarot learning resources on there. So there's free tarot spreads. I've got lots of video tutorials, tarot courses that are on sale right now for $15. And I've got my tarot blog, lots of fun tarot exercises. Yeah, so check it out and have a great week.